Chop shop.
Yes. Nice talking to you. Okay.
Larry, what are you creating?
This is going to be the nemesis of the marsh. This is a muskrat or a groundhog. And it's walnut. And I started it today because at Monarch, I'm going to be doing more talking than carving. So I can take all this rough stuff off and I don't really have to worry or think much about it. I just carve. But, you know, the reality is if I was in the studio, I would run to my trusty bandsaw and I would at least have done the rough outline for two reasons. One, it's a lot of time saving, but also this big chunk back here I could use for something else. And a piece of walnut like this runs $50, $75. So, and this is all heartwood and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know, he's looking at the butterfly. Darn it.
Thank you for your.
That's the one that didn't make it.
Hey, Jeff. Jeffrey.
It's 1 o'clock, it's one after. Or no?
Oh, it's just off to your right.
Are they posing?
Floating around. Oh, there was one. Yeah, I just even thinking about flying. What I do when I raise them and they emerge like that, I keep them for 24 hours to make sure that they are ready to fly. I don't want to take one out, tag it too early and release it because it either drop on the ground or it would not fly. Now, we'll release, tag and release 10 or 12 of these right now. And if you watch them, normally what they do, the first place they go is up into a tree. So we don't have too many trees around here, but I'm guessing that they will fly back here looking for a place to roost and rest for a while.
I think there was one that just...
Okay, we've got some more. Great. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Wow. Going to be a good
Maybe you want
day.
to do those fish since they don't have anything to eat?
Now let's get these guys in here. These I collected these as eggs in my backyard. I plant non-native tropical milkweed in my backyard in pots, and all of these butterflies here came from those potted plants. So as an egg, 3 to 5 days, then they hatch out, tiny little caterpillar. Then it's 10 to 14 days as a caterpillar. Then they convert into a chrysalis, not a cocoon. Moths form cocoons, butterflies form chrysalises. And in 10 to 14 days as a chrysalis, and then they emerge. A lot of these have been in these cages for a week. And I did that. Normally I would only keep them for a maximum of 4 days. I've kept these for a week so I could bring them out and share them with you today. To do that, I let them outside in these cages for a couple hours a day, just so they kind of get the feeling that they're a real butterfly. And then I bring them in the house in air conditioning, and I put them in my pantry where it's dark, because I don't want them to have a lot of activity and burn up a lot of energy. I don't want to starve them to death. I feed them on goldenrod. So I would change out goldenrod every day, give them fresh goldenrod. They love it. And then sometimes I will supplement that with watermelon. They love watermelon. They'll nectar on the watermelon. And I've also used regular Gatorade. I put it in a little cup, put mesh over the top of that, so they can stand on that mesh and push their proboscis down through that and nectar on the Gatorade without getting their feet messy. Sounds a little weird, I know. I'm babying them, but that's what I do. Okay? The tags. This is a program run by Monarch Watch through the University of Kansas. This has been going on for quite some time. It's through this program that we know so much about the migration of monarchs. We are right now just in the peak migration for monarchs in this part of North America. So probably 99% of the monarchs that you see in the air right now are headed for Mexico, and there's a lot of them in the air right now. Okay? So we'll put this tag on a hind wing. It goes on one specific part of the wing, and it's called a discal cell, and that's the strongest part of the wing. It does not affect their flying. Usually when I release them, I've seen them out flying and would photograph the tag and realize that they are hanging around for 3 or 4 days, probably nectaring and bulking up. They need to get as much fat reserves for the flight down to Mexico. They travel down to Mexico. They will get down there usually towards the end of October. It coincides with our Halloween, All Saints Day. And down in Mexico, they celebrate Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, and they feel that these are the spirits of their ancestors coming back to visit. They have a big party. Welcome the monarchs back. You see pictures of the costumes from down in Mexico at this time of the year. They're beautiful costumes, kind of like John has over here, and all focused on the monarchs. Okay? All right. What do you think?
I need help. Need more shade. Oh, we'll just go this part.
Or do you want me to?
Would you like to be the recorder?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the tags. They're made out of a very sturdy mylar, very lightweight. And on that, it has a website. It says Monarch Watch in red letters, which is the name of the program. And it has a number that is specific to each of these butterflies. We record on the form this number, whether it's a male or a female, whether I reared it from an egg, or I went out and captured one and tagged it and released it. Sometimes I'll do that. If I see one out flying around some milkweed, I'll go in and get a net, capture it, tag it, and release it again. So they want to make that differentiation. All right. Then also recorded is the name of the city, largest city nearest the release site, Fort Wayne. And then when I'm all done, this fall I will take all that information and via computer send it to the University of Kansas through Monarch Watch. They will record those numbers. If somebody finds that tag and contacts them through this information, then they will post those numbers on their website late spring, early summer of next year. And anybody can go in there then and look at the numbers that were found, and I can compare that with my list and see if they found it or not. In 2015, they found 2 of my tags in the El Rosario Monarch Preserve down in Mexico. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so cool.
All right.
What can I do to help?
Need a butterfly.
Need a butterfly? Do you want me to? Yeah.
Where was this?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right.
Want me to get them out?
Want to stand there? Go ahead.
Okay, so I put the tag on a toothpick it's easier to use a toothpick than it is my old chubby little fingers.
Want me to open it? Do you want me to get it for you, or do you want to? Do it.
Okay, where's my neighbors? There, Chris. So again, this goes on one part of the wing, the discal cell, and I just put it on there like this.
Is it a male or female?
This is a male, and then I just touch the tag. Okay,
Do we need the number?
33.
this is 33. Yeah. So he's ready to fly.
Can I get a picture of him there?
My neighbors brought these in for me. This just hold out your hand.
Oh, so pretty.
And then 1 year I took a treat out to Oregon. And then I'll tell you about my trip. I took this in a minute. Are you familiar with acres?
We were hoping it was.
Yes.